Good afternoon and welcome to the Chartreuse Leprechaun. My name is Mark, your host, and it's time for another round of Plague Evolve. This time, we're going to goof around with a bioweapon. We're not going to change any of our presets for modified genetic code, any of that wonderful stuff. We're going to play on normal like usual, just, 'cause, and I hate that PAX 12. I know. Bio-nara! Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Okay, so here's the deal on this one. I've played as China, I've had it start in China and Iceland and Brazil and all kinds of places. And the goofiest part of this bioweapon thing is it works if I start in the United States. Go figure that one out. At any rate, there's a couple of things about this, and we'll get into that here in just a second when we get our first pop-up. There we go. So with this one, you want to start on this screen, and you want to start with these two trees. Now, they do different parts of the same thing. This one reduces the lethality, and I'm reading it, by deactivating key genes controlling toxin production. Now, according to the original description on this particular virus thingy, it kills whatever it touches. So what you've got to do is keep infected people alive, and you do that by reducing toxin production. Simple enough. And on this side, this other tree, it reduces the likelihood of lethal genes becoming unlocked over time. So it slows down how quickly this thing can create lethal attributes. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you're playing this game is build out these two trees. So, yeah. Bio-nara. And the points early rack up fairly quickly enough to get that 2/3 of these trees. Then they slow down and it gets a little tighter. So, yep, there's the second tier. There we go. And rock this along. There's some more points. Yay, points. We like points. And we'll hit number 2 on that side. Good deal. And more points, please. And medicine is slowing the infection. That's a problem. There's a couple of caveats to this game that I've found out. And by the way, actually, let's pause for a second. One of the things I discovered playing this game is the longer you can keep the WHO from getting involved, declaring it there's a couple of declarations I put on it, the words for which are now escaping me, so whatever. But you want to get past that tipping point before the WHO gets involved. If you can do that, you stand a much higher chance of succeeding. So, just one of those things I found out on this particular scenario. I assume it plays through on all the rest of the scenarios. So, I'm not going to go back and replay them to find out. Just thought I'd throw that one out there. Oh, goodness, we're racking up points fast. So, well, okay. We'll be all right. What do I need? 9 points. I got 7. Okay, we're almost there. Good. There we go. All right. Now, this tree down here, this resets the lethal part of the weapon. It takes time to regenerate. In other words, it stops killing or slows it down massively. And what that does, there's 3 tiers to that one as well. And when it gets up here, this is like a giant kill switch. It gives 100% lethality once you hit it. That you want to hold that as long as you can, but I've discovered that you need to activate that on or before it gets to 75% research completion for a cure. If you can do that, you stand a pretty good chance of winning. You get like 2/3, somewhere between half and 2/3 of the infectivity deal just automatically fills up, comes to right around here somewhere, and 100% of the lethality scale. So when you hit that, it's going to sweep across the world in death very quickly. So Yeah, good stuff. Now, because the medicine is starting to take over and slow this thing down, we need to stop that. There's two things we want to watch. One is when the dead start occurring. Yikes, there we go. Almost missed those points. The second one is obviously our point spread, and we want to get this one as quickly as we can without having to hit this, because that's going to eat up our points very quickly if we do. So we'll see what we can pull off here. I still think it's hilarious that it's in the U.S. Given all the fear in the U.S. of diseases from Africa and the Far East and here and there, and this one starts here. I just think it's funny. I probably shouldn't, but I do. Come on, there we go. I think that gets us. It does. Very good. We'll evolve that. Excellent. And, ooh, there. The dead just started. So we need to hurry up and get the points to hit that first. Actually, let's pause for a second. I want to come back over. One of the reasons you do this is to slow that from happening. If you don't, the infected die very quickly, and you end up with no infected. I think I started one playthrough on this, and I got to like 50 infected, but I didn't hit any of these, and they were all dead in like 5 minutes. It was not good. So you want to delay the onset of lethality as long as possible, like most of the scenarios here, but this one, it's a little more important. So just kind of throwing that out there for you. Where are we at? We got this. Oh, that's another thing. Symptoms. If it's not going to increase infectivity, I go ahead and devolve symptoms, because that's free points. There we go. There's some points. Is that enough? That was not enough. How many do I need? I need 8. Okay. Because we do not want the death rate to get out of control yet. Come on, points. There's a couple of points. 1 point. Happy days. Mexico was worth 1 point. That's fantastic. There's the Caribbean. There's our 8 points. Good, good, good. We hit that. Now watch this number right here. It almost freezes compared to the rate it was growing at. May have waited a little too long to get that one. Possibly might have wanted to get that before we got the medicine, but it is what it is. And let's see where we get to here. And first deaths in the U.S. A little late for that announcement, I think. First death after there's 1 million dead. That's minor delay in there. We got 55, and that's another thing. This just said the U.S. is now starting to work on a cure. There's already 4 million dead. This game is way behind the curve, because if we didn't learn, we learned so much from the pandemic and COVID and all of this that it never gets that far before countries start working on cures. The game has a minor flaw in it as far as I'm concerned. It's pretty well been that way for a while. But yeah, we'll go ahead and take the second tier of the Don't Die perk thingy. And there we go. We'll get this thing moving again. Got to slow down that death rate. We need infected people. We do not need dead people to win this scenario. There we go. There's some points. Some serious points. All right, so now we want to come back over here and work on transmission. Now, or infectivity, whatever word you want to use for it. So I've kind of discovered that water, air, birds, bugs is the best trajectory to follow, or pathway to follow. So experiment and find your own, but that seems to work the best. on my playthroughs. I had one playthrough where there were, I think, 20,000 people left alive in various places on the earth because every country was infected. It just, the dying went so quickly that it didn't have time to infect everybody. So timing on that last step is really critical, which means also building infectivity is incredibly critical. So bear all that in mind when you play this one through. 12 points. Yep, there's air. Good deal. That'll help. Outstanding. Get some more points over there. Yep, yep. Come on. Come on. Points. Give me points. Give me those DNA points. What are we doing tonight? The same thing we do every night. Try to take over or wipe out the world. Yeah. All you Pinky and the Brain fans, my take on it, if you will. How many points am I waiting on for that? And 13. What do I need? We started research. Oh, not even. Good deal. 13. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that'll help. Or it usually does. Uh-oh. Usually there's a bigger wave of points before this. That's not good. Oh, there they are. Some of them anyway. There we go. Outstanding, outstanding, outstanding. And we'll get bugs. Good deal. And so far the research rate isn't that bad. So we're going to go ahead. That's going to be our next step, though, by the way, is to start knocking down some of that research speed. As soon as we rack up a few points here. Oh, here we go. 21, yeah. Back over here. Slow that down. Yep. There we go. China's leading the effort, okay? Wow, talk about so many ways from backwards. Alrighty, there we go. 21, 24, 29, 30. Yay! And we'll knock that down. Now, here's where it gets tricky, because we need USA and anarchy. Why am I not surprised? So, here's the deal. We've got to take this one when we get to 15 points, and then we leave this one alone. We rack up points and we start taking in these, because we're done over here in terms of increasing infectivity. Those four are all you need. Symptoms, if it's not increasing infection rate, I buy it back. I get the points. Because this one will let you devolve for, it will let you devolve and get a refund of points, but coughing increases infection. So we want to keep that one. What we're looking for now is to make it good in the cold, because if you looked at our map, whoops, oh, that was handy, that little pop-up, the cold areas aren't getting infected very well. So we need to rack up some points on those real fast, so that they'll go. And usually I get both of those and one of the warm ones, and then the rest of it's just we see what we need in terms of the rest. But you need to keep, I think it's like 26 points to get that kill switch one. So if you can hang on to that much stuff, you'll be in good shape. And we're going to have to kill that because the rate of death is escalating way too fast. And 12, 13. Yeah, see, it's just racking up an incredible number of points just on its own while it plays along. And nausea again. Do I want to keep that one? I think there is a very slight infection with that, but I'm going to buy it back so I can hurry up and buy that. Because nausea, I'm sure you've noticed in the playthroughs, there's always a symptom or two after you buy them back. They just repeatedly occur, and nausea happens to be one of them. So we'll go with that for now. And of course, now the rate of points wants to slow down. Of course it does. Isn't that special? Oh no, we're gonna lose. Greenland's already closed. Oh, there's no way to win this scenario. Unless maybe a bird goes over and infects Greenland. There is no way to win. Well, that sucks. And also, we've hit the 75% cure rate. So we're just going to go ahead and hit this death switch so you can watch it, what it does. And... oh, didn't show you that. Notice that massive jump in infectivity and complete coverage of the lethality bar. This will wipe out people in a hurry. But apparently Greenland will survive. Isn't that special? Well, that's a bummer. That is a total bummer. 95%, but look, we're almost out of infected people. So all the people here that didn't get it, the infection did not spread fast enough. This is the problem with this one. If you have to keep it quiet enough in its growth that nobody shuts down their borders, and you have to keep it infectious enough that it goes everywhere, and it's hard. Like I said, I had one playthrough where it at the end of the game, I think there was 26,000 some odd people left alive in the world, and they weren't in any one country. It was like 4 countries, 4 or 5 if I remember right. And this one obviously did not go very well. But it is what it is. And I guess we're going to call that an episode. So we'll go ahead and let this play out. And we lose because there's healthy people left alive. So there you have it. That is, by the way, how you play it. It's got a certain variability in the results with using various things. And according to my promise, that will be the end of our playthroughs on Plague Evolved. I'm going to move on to another game. Not quite sure what that's going to be, but we'll find out here soon. And in the meantime, my name is Mark, here with the Chartreuse Leprechaun. And whether you like what you see here or not, we'd love to hear from you. If you like what you see, or even don't like what you see here on the Leprechaun, let us know. Leave a comment, what you like, what you don't like, and please tell us why. And also, go ahead and subscribe. Set yourself up for notifications so you don't miss anything, especially any improvements we make or games we learn how to win again. And you know, if you know anybody who's interested, by all means, share the links and the channel. We'd love to have them along for the ride as well. And in the meantime, I want to thank you for spending your time here at the Chartreuse Leprechaun. Your time is valuable. You chose to spend it with us, and we're very thankful. So with that, you have yourself a great day, a great week, and we will see you here next time on the Chartreuse Leprechaun. Bye-bye. Did I go the wrong way? I did. Oh, that's fun. I just went 900 meters in the wrong direction. That was where we wanted to go. Well, fantastic.